Hey, here's my aquaponic system. There's been some major growth in it since last I did an update, so this will be quite interesting to see. Right off the bat, you can see the sponge god has come all the way out and is next to the bougainvillea over there, coming way out, reaching out, getting long and strong. And there's the rest of it. Let's go in to the plants. Starting with the sponge god again, she's got loads and loads and loads of flower bearing buds. Now here's a bunch of buds, there's a bunch of buds, there's another bunch of buds, there's some more down there, and there's small ones back here, still infested with ants and these weird looking mosquito things now. Here are the flowers that were there earlier and just hanging on there, not forming any fruit as yet. Nothing to report there. I trimmed off the bottom bit of this plant completely because those orange eggs, the bugs' eggs, showed up again and they were all over there. So I got rid of all of those leaves. Plant's doing fine, had a bit of a growth spurt since I did that. But yeah, now it's neat and clean till there, and then it goes all the way up. Alamanders has been going quite nuts. Past few days has got all the way up there, and here's another growing edge that's worked its way up, and there is another one over here that is increasing in length every day. The ivy also way out there, it goes all the way up till the top now pretty much, but I'm letting it pretty much be loose and gather for its own self. Mint is strong and steady as always. Nice big bunch of mint over there. The oregano is settled in very nicely. Next to it, the sweet basil also coming up neat and clean, one little bits at a time. The older basil looks taller, stronger. That one's been, it's been kept being pruned quite effectively. I have some new seedlings coming up over here, a couple of them. I opened up the clay shards on top of them just to make life easier for them. Here are the two little lettuce seedlings, I think, or well, seedlings or whatever, that are down there. Of course, the cucumbers, all having put out their second true leaf and getting taller and stronger day by day. The corn pretty much still looks sort of stalled. I'm pretty sure that this needs some form of support just to make it feel confident that it can stand nice and tall, and then it'll be alright. Got to also keep taking these bits of the leaves out, I'm told. So yeah, that's okay. There you go. Here's the chili plant that has come back from the dead. He's also put out some nice new leaves. What are tomato seedlings down here, I figure, also coming up nicely and neatly. The berry tree, at least this whole bit is new growth, and this whole bit down here is new growth. So yeah, that's also settling nicely into its new environment. And the the lemon tree, checked out the roots on these. Are quite a few new roots down there. I'll just show you. Here's some new growth on, well, it's not new growth, it's the beginning of new growth. Here's some new leaves also starting to come out. And there's a couple of more tips here, down here, where you can see it is sprouting new leaves. Where are you? There you are. There it is, sprouting new leaves over there. Yeah, so that's about the plants. One thing I'll show you guys the fish first, then I'll show you the root system on the alamanders at the end here. The fish, they've just had their second meal of the day a touch bit ago. They started getting fed twice since the past 2 or 3 days, and they're doing quite well with it now. The plants also seem to be liking the extra nitrates in the system. There's 7 of them still, 5 of the fat ones, 2 of the little ones, and a sucker fish. That makes 8. But yeah, they're all still there. They're all still quite happy. They feed regularly. They have a good time, and there's no issues with oxygen because they're way down there. They stopped trying to get into the pipes and die. They've all started hanging out together like a group. All of these, I figure all of these things are quite positive. Here's a look at the mechanical filtration that I have. It's just a sock that's tied up around this inlet. Sometimes the water pours pouring up out of it. Sometimes it pours out of the grow bed and empties my sump. So I have to keep an eye on it quite regularly. Here's the sump itself, no longer has any crayfish in it. but still has those 6 teeny tiny cichlids. It's nice and clean, nice and neat. So yeah, that's about the whole system. What I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if I'll be able to do this while holding on to the camera, because I figured I'm going to finally pull this alamander's plant today, and I had a look down at the root system, and it is just really amazing how much of a root system it has down here. Don't know if you can make it out in the light. It's just a solid mat of alamander's roots. Yeah, now you can make it out. I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to see what happens. So yeah, let's all have a look at this together. I'm going to open up some of the rocks so as to make sure I get a majority of these roots out, and here we go. Grab it and pull. There we go. Whoa, that's a big root ball. Whoa, look at that. These roots went in, they weren't really much to look at. They've actually got a few rocks completely enclosed in the middle of them. That's giving the root ball quite a bit of weight. But yeah, wow, look at that. They're a little on the brown side. I think because, and it's a bit of a smell of poo. I think that's because I need to introduce more mechanical filtration into the system. But yeah, very interesting, man. And this was easy to pull out. I just pulled it out. I don't think pulling out plants out of dirt is ever that easy, and if I like, I can actually even chuck it right back in, which I don't, but I'm going to put it in some dirt right now and hopefully it will be happy. So thanks for watching, you guys, and remember to let me know what you think about the system. Take care.